everybody, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks to everybody who's been watching and subscribing. I appreciate your help, your love, and getting this channel to grow, and I enjoy doing these readings for you. I'm doing the reading right now for our full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn we're having on the 16th of July. We are in the polarity of Cancer and Capricorn, so Capricorn is the South Node right now, and that's where you release things from your past. That's the things you brought into this life with you that you've done before that are easy. They don't fill your vessel. It's like having a sink unstopped and putting water in it. It goes nowhere. You did it already. You're done. When you block up that sink and you fill the water, that's filling your vessel. It's a metaphorical way of saying you want to fill yourself, and that's your North Node, your Dharma, which is in Cancer. So now with this Capricorn, many of us will be experiencing more than likely pain in the joints, especially the knees, since Capricorn rules the knees, the endoskeleton and the exoskeleton. Rashes, outbreaks on your skin, atopic dermatitis, some eczema, psoriasis, irritations, hives, prickly heat, things like that. But joint pain, knee pain, inflammation, swelling in the joints. And that's typical because Capricorn, like I said, rules the knees, like the goat that climbs the mountain, right? So it's the joints. Also Capricorn, we know it's to do with the father, where Cancer was the mother. It's a lunar eclipse, so it's affecting females. So females might have issues with their dad, resolve with their dad, or someone who's a paternal figure to them. Capricorn is also diligent, responsible, and reliable. Okay, so these are things that will be coming up for us. And with the lunar eclipse, we look at the cards and I shuffle them and you find the world. I had to go almost to the whole deck of flipping the cards to find the world. So that told me right away, we've really had to go through a lot. Capricorn is like that, hard work and dedication, devotion. Right? Your strength's in the outer world, where Cancer is your strength in the inner world, your home, your ancestors, your mother, or where you're loved, nurtured, and cared for and protective, or your qualities of that. Capricorn talks about your strength in the outer world, your reputation, career, work, how you're seen by everybody, even if you don't have a job or career. So when we flipped this, like I said, it took a while to get to the world. And I said, yeah, a lot of people have been going through a lot and come a long way. And the card behind it was this, love. Now, when we do this type of reading, it's talking about the card behind the world is what you're currently holding in shadow. So it's an eclipsing energy card. So we just put those aside. Beautiful card, love. Now, love, number 6, it's saying, we know that you say, well, it's eclipsing. Everyone's panicking. Oh, I'm going to break off with this person or things are going to end. Well, how about we look at it in a positive way and saying this is going to be a growth for us. And let's see what the deck says. This is the Good Tarot Oracle card by Colette Baron Reed. And let's see what she is giving us as an affirmation, which I love that because I always like to give the messages to you in a positive way. She delivers her messages also in an affirmation you can say to yourself. So with love, this is talking about a oneness. All right. And this is a major arcana, actually, too, as is the world. The love card is Gemini in the tarot, and it is the number 6 in this deck too is Venus, which Venus rules love, finances, your core value. So let's see what it's saying here. In all of life, there is only the illusion of separation. In fact, we are all reflections of one another, which is true, right? We are a mirror of the other person. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. What if every choice I make is about an experience, a sharing, and an exploring? When I choose to see the unity in all things, magic abounds. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. So when you're saying this is the card that's being held in shadow and we have eclipsing energy, for many of us, this is talking to us about being more diligent in the way we love. Love ourselves, love others, parents, children, siblings, anything and everyone in the world, because it talks about us judging others instead of loving others. We see something about someone that we like or dislike because it's a mirror of ourselves. And it's often said when people say mean things or harbor ill will towards someone, and you say, I am not what you think I am. You are what you think I am. So that energy works both ways, for you and for others. We need to look at each other in a loving way, because it's something about that person we don't embrace and we rebuke. Then that's something about ourselves that we're feeling that way. Because this card is the Lover's card in the traditional tarot, and it's about making good choices. So with this full moon eclipse, in a lunar eclipse is more emotional. It's a full moon, so you know it's very emotional. This is going to be a good time to eclipse the negative loving energies you have toward yourself and others. So now we're going to look at, what can I do more at this time? What is more waxing and fulfilling for me at the time of this eclipse? Six of Water, nice. This is a beautiful card. Another 6, the number of Venus and love, okay? Finances, like I said, things in life that are material, beauty, and refinement. With the 6 of Water, it would typically be the 6 of Cups, right, in our traditional tarot. So we know that talks about our past. Now, it's not always about someone from the past coming back to us. It also talks about our past, and since we're in the South Node with this, releasing that. It could be anything toxic in our past. Toxic memories, nostalgic memories that were unhealthy. Things that we're hanging on to, we need to release and let go of. Okay? So what can you do more? So this card is saying, nostalgia is sweet memories, old flames, yearning for security of the good old days. My affirmation is, if I am being triggered to remember the past, I can enjoy the warm memories, but must recognize they are ephemeral. Emotion can color my recall and distort my understanding of what is happening today. I acknowledge and heal old wounds. I can experience security today, envelop in the arms of divine love. There is no need to return to the illusion of a golden era of yore, because I can begin co-creating a better reality right now. Authentic healing and joyfulness will be mine if I stop rekindling the emotions of the past. So there it is. What can you do more of? Again, releasing the old, those wound sets, and that's what we're talking about, being responsible and diligent, doing the work. That's Capricorn, and releasing this. And by the way, Capricorn, right now, Saturn is in Capricorn, and Saturn rules Capricorn. The North Node is in Capricorn. Okay, so that's very powerful. This lunar eclipse and full moon is in Capricorn. Pluto's in Capricorn, conjunct Saturn, with the moon, the full moon, and the South Node. So you better bet that it's looking for clearing. And it's all squaring Chiron right now in Aries. So the power to release old wounds. And that's what we need for you to do more. Now, what can you keep doing? This is the fullness of the moon. 4 of Fire. Wow, that's happiness and joy. That's a completion. This is like working a social situation that comes together for you. Whatever venture it is that you're working on, this is about success and working toward it. Using your inspiration, you know, the thought of spirit, the love of spirit to complete things in your life. 4 is a culmination. It's not the 1 which you began, the 2 you're working on, the 3 you continue to create, but the 4 is the completion of what you've done. So this is a new creative phase, celebration, pleasure, and harmony in relationships. There could be some healing with your family members, and especially anything paternal or someone who's like a father to you, father figure. And even I'm going to say, like in the global aspects, the world, the patriarchal society, government, church, state, corporations, you know, those big box controlling patriarchs and dogmas. We need that healing. We need to keep doing this to bring more of the healing feminine energy, more of a matriarchal way of looking at things to balance things out. So she says in her affirmation for you to do more, dancers have partners, singers have musicians, helping them create sweet music. And I find others who are in sync with me and my desires. It's a time for celebrating friendship and all the others that bring to my life, a time of revelry and relishing the pleasures of being in good company. Making magic together with others is the focus of this time. So we want you to keep working on that. See, working, that's Capricorn. Saturn also. Saturn's in solid foundations. Saturn is is forming something that's lasting. Pluto is next to it, conjunct right now in the moon. So Pluto is power, desire, but it dissolves things. So we'd love for that to be something to dissolve the negativity that's going on in the world and even in your own life with yourself and relationships. And what can you do less during this time of this eclipse? And remembering it's full moon is releasing, letting go, right? It's culmination and endings. Clears away like a harvest. So you could have a time of rest before you plant the new seeds and the next new moon. So here we have the Five of Water. What could we do less? We have 2 water and a fire card there. So the Five of Water, she's saying here, releasing grief. Here we go, releasing. Culmination, right? We were just saying that. Allowing sadness to rise and fall. Forgiveness. The ebb and flow of emotion. Your affirmation at this time for this full moon in Capricorn can be, and the eclipse, I feel the fullness of my emotions as they wash through me. The ebb and flow are part of life, and I am present in my feelings today. I fully forgive myself and others and let go of any emotions that were holding me back from acknowledging the truth. I deserve the freedom that comes when I release what is no longer working for me. I make amends to those I may have harmed when emotion was coloring my perceptions. I surrender any resentments to the divine, knowing they can be transformed into miracles. Fearless inventories lead to liberation. Beautiful. 5, the dynamic number, right? The single digit dynamic number of creation, right? Open to the front, open to the back. So you say in the past and the future, stay balanced here. This is the time to release the past. This is what you do with the North Node, and Capricorn is saying, really work at releasing things from the past and stay balanced right now emotionally, so that when the future comes, what's open, you're in a calm state for it. You've released these things that are very liberating. Now, not everyone's going to do it right now. You'll have to go through this in 19 years again when this cycle comes back in your life. So it's better to take an active part in your destiny and work on these goals to growing your soul, because that's what your soul wants. Cleanse your ego, renew your soul, release, forgive yourself and others so that you can be open to the future. Now, not everybody's going to be open to this maturity. There are people you may try and make amends with, and they're not going to have it. You could just pray for them. And it's going to be heartbreaking for some people. For other people, they're going to be able to detach from it. But with the help of God, this can be a healing for people in your life and for yourself. Because time is precious, right? Life is precious. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for subscribing and watching and sharing. Have a great month. I'll see you guys next month. And as always, I wish you the best.